We had a big old rain pour yesterday, about 2.5 inches. And one thing that I really like to do after a big rainfall is weed. You can see I have plenty of weeding to do. I am definitely a little behind. And the reason why I like to weed after it rains is because it's easier to pull up a weed. So if I take a weed like this, you want to be able to take the weed out in its entirety, not just the top part, but the root itself. Weeds are very clever where they have a root system that expands laterally and then they propagate off of that stem. So you may be pulling this up, but if you don't get the main stem out of the ground, it will keep coming off of that root system, and you're just going to be repeating yourself over and over and over and over. So when you are taking the weeds out, don't just do the weed whacker and just get the top part, because the weed will come back and grow in a different way. Whether it'll grow off this stem or whether it'll grow off another part, it just depends on how the plant is going to react. But you're going to be repeating yourself over and over. Hopefully once you get more of your crops in there, you have your crop pressure, you won't have as much weeds coming up. But I usually like the first wave of weeds to come up, give them plenty of growth. I will pull some that I don't really like that tend to grow a much more extensive root system. But definitely when it comes to raining, after raining, I will definitely get out here and pull the root a little more, simply because the way the water is, the dirt isn't as compact. It's a little bit more movable. And I didn't get it fully here. I could feel that more root system was still left over, but you'll have a better chance of getting a full root system out when the dirt is a little bit softer and easier to work with. So after a big rain, always prepare to do a good rigorous weeding of everything, and if you do it early enough in the season and then get your crops in, it will certainly reduce the amount of work you'll have to do later on.